Good morning. Hey, Matt, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah,
I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're well.
yeah. I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm all right. Still fighting this stupid fucking cold.
Oh man.
That's right. We got 10 words in and I dropped an F bomb. Boop, boop, boop. The boys are back in town. All right.
We don't mess around here.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're not about wasting your time.
Well, no, I'm not trying to waste. I'm not trying to waste no time. So I want to work on Halley Mines this morning and then kind of touch upon some other stuff. Um,
Dig it.
but what do you how have you been?
Not bad. World, but other than the world, not too bad. You know.
Oh my gosh, what was the crime family in the Long Halloween?
Falcons.
Falcones. Is it Falcone or Falcone?
I've heard both. I guess Falcone is probably more Italian.
Oh, by the way,
Oh, nice.
Walmart came through.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, pre-order from October. Guess what didn't arrive, King Hiss? That one was this has been delayed.
Well, hopefully that's all it is, and that it does.
So this beautiful boy came. I haven't seen you in so long.
Ooh, yeah, I got a big pile of crap for you. It's been a while.
Yeah, I mean, I've been sick, even crazy busy on weekend.
A little bit of both. I'm not, wanting to. I was sick. I don't want to get into it.
I love this figure, but the head makes me kind of derpy. It is it is a classic vintage head, and it's just like that's cool, but
he's from a place where he's happy.
Space, yeah, space is the place, yeah. I had one more thing I was going to show you, and then I don't know where the heck I put it at. Which is disappointing. I can lose something on a desk, but
yeah, I got a stack of Wrestlers and a bunch of Stranger Things sets. Random bits and bobs.
So I started painting a body for this head because I was dissatisfied with the other one. I think it's turned out pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's looking great. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Oh shit! The retail father has arrived.
Hey.
Retail dad.
Retail.
Where does he work for? Retail store.
Unnamed retail store.
Unnamed retail store. All right. I had some things I want to work on this morning. Mainly Howling Mines, although if we get to a point where we're all kind of like, I feel like we're hitting a wall. I do have some DC Showcase I'd like to look at. And then just some Star Wars. Aimless episode 2 is happening. That was Douglas's birthday wish.
Oh.
And because my idea of birthday gifts is being the John Cena of RPGs, I'll be making that happen. So he also demanded both your presences in that game. So I got to figure out a cryptid for this. Because Doug is not a big enough wrestling fan for me to do the Yatai. I'm saving that one. Apparently, there's rumors of goblins in West Virginia, and I'm kind of all about that goblin life right now.
West Virginia goblins.
Yeah. I'm kind of like, what if it wasn't just one monster? What if it was a whole tribe of goblins?
Yeah.
Is that
And then they also
is
all
there a show about that?
There's shows about everything. Kasana was telling us yesterday about some cryptid show, and Doug and I were looking at each other, and then she was like, well, it's more like science-y than the bullshit you watch. And I was like, well, fuck that. I don't want to watch some show that's like trying to tell me facts. I want a show I want to watch a show where he's going to the woods and pretend to hunt Bigfoot.
Yeah.
So yeah. That was it. Oh, Impulses on Discord. I also want to. We'll do that first. What's feedback on that? You guys enjoying that at all, or is it just lame?
I was distracted. What was your question?
Yeah.
Impulses on Discord. Has that been an enjoyable experience?
Oh, I think it's fun. I think it's neat. I support it. Just gotta be better about contributing. But
I feel like it's gotten some good, like interesting stuff out of it. So for those who don't know, I'm pulling it up right now because
Oh yeah, dude. I've been enjoying this.
Okay, so we started off with I basically let everybody vote, and then I just threw out more polls. We voted on what the game's gonna be, or what game we're gonna pull for, and then it just kind of goes through there. And we came up with 2 characters so far. I kind of have sloughed off for like the week because I've been sick. But we've got a falling merchant named Taran Hooks, who will show up in our Star Wars game. We found a little picture of him, of our beautiful boy.
Ooh.
And then the second game we started building an NPC for was DC Showcase Presents.
yes,
And we came up with a character named Dr. Harlan Abel.
Yeah.
And who works for Star Labs in alternative dimensional studies. Who witnessed another version of him in the multiverse get killed. So I was a little bit shook up over that. I also tied that to Mas Eminos because I like those 2 characters, as well as the Young Offenders of Earth 3, which are the evil Teen Titans, which I just like that. So any type of deep cuts I can make. Also, Chris Perkins out at WotC. Yeah, he left. He's retired.
times they are changing.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's a thing that happened. Also, if you haven't listened to the Nowhere King song, fuck you, because it's great and it's spooky, and I wish to steal it in some way, shape, or form. Look at these lyrics, and it's done in a children's lullaby style. Hush now, hide, all you little ones. Rush now into the middle of nowhere. Singing and laughter will die. Dreamless sleep follows the Nowhere King. When his kingdom comes, darkness is nigh. Quiet, crawl to the in-between, silent, secretive feeling of fearsome hatred that reaches to the skies. You will bring joy to the Nowhere King when he sees the light leave your eyes.
Jeez.
That's from a kids show. Children's
It could
show.
be darker. It could be darker,
A children's show about goofy cartoon characters, also a musical children's show.
Yeah, that's how it ought to be. Kids need to learn about the darkness that lurks within us all at some time.
Watch the video I put in the Discord because it also plays the second version where we see the Nowhere King for the first time, and god damn. If I saw it as a kid, I would have crapped my pants. It is
Not just because you're a child.
incredible. No, it's just got a very weird Lovecraftian vibe to it. Like
We do know
giant empty white space, and he's just these black globs coming together with a deer skull head. Does the big dog head turn at the end to look at the PCs? We're like, oh, that's bad. Like this whenever anybody's head turns that way, it's never good. All right. Anyway, so we were working on this. I'd like to do these Howling Mines. I'd like to get this going. Oh, Super Spike. We asked if people are enjoying the Impulses over on Discord. So, as someone who is basically the silence behind the violence, put it in the chat. All right, so I found an old thing I had about the Howling Mines on another piece of paper. It's pretty simple. About 30 years ago, rumors around that Billiam McCready had got himself a case of lycanthropes. He hid from the locals in some abandoned dwarf mines. The Armitage family claimed that they only discovered the beast because of the echoed howling emanating from the mines. Billiam was never actually caught, but the tales continued, and the mines were cordoned off by the Armitage family to protect the locals from the werewolves hiding there. In reality, it's a silver mine that they have been slowly using to increase their wealth and power. They take turns wearing the vestiges of the wolf, which is something that we have. Actually, Billiam did appear in an earlier episode on Chaos Scar. Take turns wearing the vestige of the wolf in order to scare off locals and adventurers. In the last 5 years, this has even resulted in a few horrific deaths. After years of using this technique, a long-lost cousin, Terrence Armitage, joined the fold. Terrence is actually a wolf weir and utilizing these idiots to enrich himself. Billiam goes to this already happened. Yeah, they ran into Billiam, who's being hunted, and he was like, "Hey, there's werewolves in them there hills." Not telling the PCs he's actually a werewolf before he left.
Werewolf. Just trying to think of a joke. Couldn't. Never mind.
Werewolves.
Absolutely fascinating.
Werewolf.
And they found like these moonshining tunnels into town because Burwich is a dry town.
Oh.
So that's kind of what I found. I mean, I don't know how much of this will stay, but this is at least some more. So my thought is, I also came up with this while we were watching Righteous Gemstones yesterday, is the Massif Mafia, and a Massif is like a mountain range, so it makes sense. And these are like your hillbilly mafia.
Sure.
Whatchamacallit? What's moonshine?
Yeah.
What? Like,
Okay. So I still want to keep. I love that Yojimbo idea. I can't remember who said that because it's been a couple weeks since we've done prep school. But either of you familiar with Justified?
yes, because you suggested it, and then Danny and I watched all of it.
Okay, it's really good. Do you remember the character Win Duffy?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I like the Win Duffy tone. When Win Duffy first shows up, you're like, "Oh shit, this guy's terrifying."
Does he die?
No, he gets away. He leaves town in his Winnebago.
Yep. That was real close. Bunch of times.
A couple times. Yeah, Harlan throws that fucking bullet at him and tells him like the next one's coming a lot faster, which is one of my favorite lines in that whole show when he does that.
That show has so many good lines too. Oh man, especially that second season with like the whole like moonshiner thing and everything like that, and like making the apple pie moonshine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God, man, so good.
So I like the
throwing
tone,
bodies down the mine shaft.
I like the tone of like all Win Duffy scenes to me have an underlying tone. I have two underlying tones that just seem to oscillate between each other, and it's shit's about to get real nasty, but also they're kind of fun. They're kind of like goofy as well, because especially after you kind of figure out Win Duffy's not the biggest threat in the world.
Yeah.
There's like a little bit of a feeling of you're a lot of talk, you're an empty suit.
Yeah.
So I like that kind of tone that while this whole thing is dangerous, there is enough to have fun. Like I want to keep a vibe like what we've got right now, where it is kind of morphed into a more hillbilly-esque kind of game for some reason,
Mhm.
and I'm enjoying that greatly.
We dug coal together.
Yep. Yes.
Mm-mm.
I love that. Yes, that's something I think Colin and I have said to each other.
Oh yeah, many times.
Also, now I'm all about because we watched first season of Righteous Gemstones yesterday. Doug and I for his birthday. I'm into telling each other that we commit car pranks on one another. What happened? Well, we're just we're a bunch of guys who do car pranks together. I was impressed with that first season. I think you may have also recommended that to me, Matt.
Oh yeah, that's good shit. And
That show is amazingly good.
It gets better.
Yeah, it does. Oh my god, I love
The latest season, man. Just
Also, I love me some Uncle Baby Billy.
Uncle Baby Billy's awesome, but low key the best character I think might be
Keith.
Keith is the most precious boy. You
He's so
cannot do
amazing.
bad shit to Keith. He's our preciousest boy, and he must be protected at all costs.
I love that guy. That guy plays that character to perfection. It's just so good.
Also, man, John Goodman is just killer on that show.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And
Well,
Dermot Mulroney as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I did not even recognize him at first. I was like, I know this guy's famous. I can't place him. And when I realized who it was, I was like, boy, this is a real intense shift of like what he's doing, and especially like when you realize he is also up to some nefarious deeds. Great stuff. I mean, wow. It really
well, and I mean,
jazzed me back up to for this.
The latest season they've added Megan Mullally to the cast, and she is just knocking it out. It's like she's always been there.
I'm not sure who plays Judy.
She's amazing.
They're the best. Judy is terrifying.
Yeah, it is Edie Patterson. The thing that this is the first thing I had seen her in, but she
was in Vice Principals as well.
Vice Principals. Yeah, she was unhinged in Vice
Principals. I think Judy takes that shit to another level.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Another level. That grocery store scene is wild. She just loses it.
Just wait.
Her and BJ.
Yep.
The love that shan't speak.
Oh, BJ's great.
Oh God. Anyway, not to continue to glaze that show because it doesn't need it, but damn. Talking about like it does that. I don't know if it's just like it does feel like it could easily take place in the same sort of world that Justified does.
Yeah,
it really does. So yeah, we're currently watching that show together, and I'm like, we watched like 3 episodes in the morning, then we played Core Space for his birthday.
Fun.
Which, since neither of us had read the rules in 5 years, was like 2 hours of setup and rule checking, and then like 2 hours of actually playing. Although it went pretty well. Doug and I made the choice early on of like once the purge started showing up in mass, like when there was more than like 6 purge troopers on the station, to go, I think I've got enough loot. I think my crew is leaving now. And Elisa was like, maybe. And chanced it and barely got off the station alive, which was really fun to watch, like this race with the devil to get off the ship. While more and more purge troopers kept teleporting on board the station. So, and it was super funny because she did all that to get stuff, and then she ended up with the lowest score at the end. Doug scored 37. I scored like 50. So if it was a campaign, I would have been very happy because they had lots of good stuff. But anyway, Core Space, great game. We're gonna play more of it going forward. We're gonna. I think we might try to do a campaign.
Nice.
Since the game's built for like more long term, like campaigny style stuff. Like we didn't even utilize like the when you have your characters on your crew, but there's these little things you can choose, which are basically like keyword things. And when you choose a keyword, it comes with all these additional skills that you can like choose which ones you want to use. It's like a skill tree based upon a keyword you choose.
Oh, okay.
It's an interesting combination of a board game, skirmish game, and RPG. So it's great. I really enjoy it. All right. So I do want to, I know we talked about the Swindlestones last time, which the name even makes me happier now. I like the idea, and I think you may have said this last time, Colin, of them being like the Falcones in The Long Halloween.
Yeah.
I really, really like this idea that they're rolling back into the Howling Mines area, which we need to figure out a name for this little area. So like something to do. I want to keep the word massive because massive is like a chain within a large. It's like a separated chain within a larger chain of like a larger mountain range. Okay. But we need to figure out a name for the entirety of the massive. I'm just haven't figured anything out. I haven't thought about it very well either. So I mean that's also just a reality. So I am taking suggestions. Hit me with your suggestions. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. But I kind of thought about something dwarven just because they would have probably been there first. Mm-hmm. So let's just Google some dwarf surnames. Let's see if we can find one that sounds adequately. Oh, Blackhammer was like one of the first ones. It's a good name. Yeah. Like the Blackhammer Massive. The Graybeard Massive. Heartharm. Ironbeard. I kind of wanted to be like a thing too, where it's like these mountains have always had a little bit of like a kind of spookiness to them. Mm-hmm. Spooky. So that's why I'm kind of looking at more like the Black Iron, also pretty good. Black Banner. I like the last name Anvil Stand, but I don't think it works in this case.
Yeah.
I also like the last name Horse Smiter as well. A lot. But we've been watching a lot of Smallish Beans lately from Hermitcraft, and he kills every horse he comes across. So. Ooh, Forge Tenders. Forge Tenders sound real good for lunch, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A little bit of garlic buttered bread with some honey mustard.
Let's see here.
Tongue Fire is interesting. It also sounds like something you just go see a doctor for. Hey, doctor, I got that tongue fire, baby. That's right, baby. I got a tongue fire.
All right. So what are the aspects of these mountains?
That they're so one thing I wanted to get to is there's this thing in the mountain in the bottom of the mine. This was something I had somewhere else I didn't realize. It's this thing I just want to call the mountain heart. And what it is it's an opening to the elemental plane of Earth that basically opens into a massive silver vein.
Okay.
So while it's got mines and everything, and it's kind of a dark, spooky mountain, it's also a gateway. And that Aruma Varaks live there, which are like 6-legged badgers.
Yes, that eat
that I love. I've used before because I really love them.
All right.
Stonehue? Oh, Doom Hollow.
Flintstone.
Doom Hollow.
Doom Hollow.
Thunderbeard, which also sounds like a Rob Zombie song. Oh, Roberto Undead.
I mean, you could go just real literal with it, but Soul Forget is Norse.
That sounds like you just called me a dirty name.
Soul Forget is silver colored.
Oh.
In Old Norwegian. So
interesting. Well, why? Okay, so let's think a little bit. Why would the dwarves have been here? Did they fight a big war here? Did they take it? Like maybe the dwarves took it from like way back in the before times. They took it from like stone giants.
Yeah.
So like even thinking of something that has to do with like that, like some type of battle. But I do like Doom Sunder a lot as well, Spike, but I'm not sure if it hits exactly. So I'm trying to figure something. What about the Pudding Legs Mountains?
What?
The Pudding Legs.
Pudding Legs.
Pudding Legs.
Yeah.
What about Lodestone?
That's just dirty.
Okay, I'll say Doom Hollow a lot, even though we made fun of it hardcore.
No, Doom Hollow's great.
Doom Hollow.
Low, wider than a mile. I'm mining you with style someday.
See, that would be cool to turn into a like dirge.
Suitable barista, go get fucked. We don't want
get
your shitty viewers. Get fucked.
I'm kind of feeling like the Doom Hollow Massif is starting to work. It's kind of hitting me. It's giving me very. It's getting to my brain much like Fungalore. How much space is Fungalore taking up?
What about
65%?
What about Doom Gouge?
Ooh,
that's nice.
Doom Gouge. Doom
Wallow.
Ooh, Wallow. Doom Wallow. Oh, Doom Wallow is very good, Matthew.
I don't know. Just looking up synonyms for Hollow.
Spike just thinks we should call it Big Rock Candy Mountains.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, I hear that the bulldogs all got rubber teeth up in Big Rock Candy Mountains.
All right, I think we go.
And the cops have wooden legs. And they hung the jerk who invented work in the Big Rock Candy Mountains.
Doom Wallow.
Doom Wallow.
Over 300 years ago, the 5 dwarven families waged a 55-year war against the, what's a good name for some stone giant tribe, for a big old stone giant tribe. You know those gnomes don't make that good money.
The Earthbreaker clan.
Ooh.
What if we coded these giants a different way? Rather than doing like the classic stone giant thing, what if they like lived in like hanging palaces?
Oh.
With like they greenery, and like they were almost like, so they like, I would refer to them like as a dynasty, I guess. So maybe like code them not directly, but like a Chinese dynasty.
Okay.
Grenadiers makes me think of He-Man too much. Your brain is fine. I'm in a weird mood where I'm very pushy about my ideas today for some reason. So it's not you, it's me. Maybe their name is the Dynasty. So yeah, can we think of a word or a combo phrase of like? Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm being weird today, and I do apologize for it.
There we go. I'm hopefully no longer lagging.
What are you working on today, Matt, by the way?
I'm just organizing some crap. Just trying to get stuff organized.
So what are you trying to get organized? Is it parts or figs or what?
Yeah, it's accessories and body parts and stuff. Because it has been needed for a while.
When you get a chance, I really would like to get some business done with those Black Series bodies.
Okay.
Because
I knew it.
Yeah, I'm very interested in getting that kind of on track. I'm hoping it'll also like make me give me more inspired to do other stuff as well.
So in Gaelic, the word for high king is Ard Ri.
Oh,
ARD / or whatever
hyphen
RI. Yeah, hyphen
RI.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. I don't know why, but I really like it.
Yeah. And then if we had twin sons in this dynasty, they could be the Ardry boys.
See, so here's my thing about how I kind of look at it in my head all of a sudden. It's like you had this very like dynamic like dynasty that was going to be, it could change the world type of thing, and then the mafia rolled in. and it ran these folks out, and then it was like, a couple hundred years of these dwarves, this dwarven mafia doing its thing, and then you have the hillbillies rolled in, and we're like fighting them tooth and nail until they signed this compact and sold this mine. So you kind of have this. You have this. No offense to anybody, but you have this ever declining.
I mean,
Bomb it, Shag.
Promise.
Because I kind of want this area, the entirety of like where the Chaos Scar is and around it, to be like an area that has bottomed out and is now slowly coming back up. But it's like been a rough. We're going to say it's even longer than 300 years. We're going to say 800. This ended with the remaining
Shaggy, I love it.
members of the dynasty suing for peace. Putting the hill in hillbilly, baby. The Swindlestones had become the what's the term for being the head family in a group of families? In mafia terms, what is
I don't think
that's like the singular leader.
Yeah.
The capo tutti capi.
The Don. Would it be Don?
It wouldn't. Well, Don again would be the individual.
Yeah.
Let's see
here. Someone's going to look at my search history and they're going to be like, Stone Giant surname generator into glossary of mafia affiliated words. Barone. Hey, I just want you guys to know I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it.
All it does is go into a very detailed thing of the 5 families that made up the American mafia.
It doesn't go into like who control or what it was called when you were the head.
They just go for like the main like capo kind of deal.
Yeah, like
because we don't have to follow that directly. What if we called the main family the Cosa, like out of La Cosa Nostra?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we could like use those names directly, like they're a Gambino or a Genovese, Lucchese, a Bonanno.
I kind of want to keep some of that though. Like I love the word Nostra.
Yeah, no, for real.
Well, yeah. Let's see here.
So, do we want to red wedding the remains of the Ardry dynasty?
Oh.
Do they sue for peace, and then the 5 dwarven families say yeah, and then they murder the heads?
So are they like they're not going to be a faction at all?
I don't think so. I think we treat them as like, if you
just
go
lore.
up and further up into the mountains, you might find like abandoned Ardry dynasty like cities or foundries or whatever.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'd say red wedding style thing. Like they brokered some sort of peace deal, and then we had like our little gangster dwarves, like, hey, let's have like some sort of dinner or whatever, some kind of feast thing. big fun dance, whatever. And then like I don't know, maybe the wine or the mead or the beer was poisoned, apple pie style.
So I'm gonna throw out Dverger Nostra.
Burger Nostra.
Ooh.
Which is
Burger.
Dverger, DVERGR.
Okay.
Which is just an old word for dwarf.
DEV.
I think it's DVE. Let me find it here again.
DVERGR.
DVERGR.
RGR Nostra. I love it. That's great.
Because Cosa Nostra translates literally as our thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
and this is a dwarf thing.
Dwarf thing.
Yeah.
Just dwarf things.
The clans were then scattered to the four winds.
Ooh.
But that is a tale for another time. Anytime I get to say something like that at the end or write something like that, all I can think of is Mako at the beginning of the Conan Riddle of Steel song.
Yes.
Conan, destined to sit upon the fabled throne of Aquilonia.
Man, they need to make that King Conan movie, even with Arnie at his age now.
Especially with Arnie at his age now.
I would watch the shit out of that.
I still think, I can't think of the name of it all of a sudden, the movie he made where he was the father and it was during the zombie apocalypse. Maggie is one of his best performances in anything.
Very good.
He really actually acts in that movie and he just looks so emotionally hurt by everything.
Yeah.
Like the world has just almost broken him. All right. So we have the Doom Wallow. So Wallow would be like to basically set with your sadness, correct? I'm wallowing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or in your puddle of mud or whatever.
Yeah.
You're
puddle of mud.
A pig.
The
wallow. In your wallow.
Yeah.
5
chiefly
families.
An area of mud or shallow water where mammals go to wallow.
What's another name for that? Kind of a wallow, or would it be a bog?
I mean, it could be, yeah.
Wallow synonym. Well, that's just for the act of wallowing. But I like this as like a noun, sort of in a way, like a Wade. Doom Wade, which then sounds like someone from Venture Brothers.
It does.
Oh, a mire or a sloth.
Ah, yeah, Myers. Good.
Myers.
Yeah. Doommire. Oh, yeah.
Their oaths and rechristened the mountain, rechristened the range, the Doom Wallow Massive.
Wallow. I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm sorry. world. I'm gonna grab some more coffee quick. I'll be right back.
No problem. As the power of the five families lessen in the massive, the knowledge of this place dwindled into legend. Perfect. All right, now we got another cool place to visit.
Yeah.
So yeah, they took the remains and anyone who survived and killed them in their old palace and used magic to turn their blood into a blood mire.
Hey, like you do.
Yeah. And then rechristened the mountain range. I'm kind of looking at it as like maybe even forcibly tying their ghosts to the mountain range, to the massive.
Oh, that's neat.
Oh yeah, these dwarves, they don't play. They're not good.
But at the same time, now you got ghosts.
Yeah. This is how we want to get ghosts.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we also have to remember that giants created and enslaved dwarves at one time. So this is also kind of the chickens come home to roost. You fuck around and find out. So I want to also see if we can. We're going to move this up here. I'm sorry I'm not sharp today, like to get stuff done quickly, but I feel like the stuff we are getting done, it's like good stuff.
Yeah, sometimes it's quality over quantity.
And
that's okay.
When we say the Kostra is like the boss and of the Deverg Nostra.
Let me see here. Let's see here. Jarl is Earl or Gentleman in Old Norse. Hertogi is Duke or Commander. Ferengi is Captain, Commander, or Leader.
Is there a good
Formor?
I'm trying to think of a word that would be like in that same almost Italian style. Is Castellan a Italian? I can't remember if it's if that's an Italian word or not. Or Basilius.
Let's see here.
Castellan's just a governor of a castle. Basilius is a Greek word that translates to monarch or king. The mighty monarch! Suzerain? A superior feudal lord to whom fealty is owed.
Okay.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, that's not bad.
let's see if we can quickly figure out like what are some other positions within a mafia real quick. I can't remember how it works, like how it's administered, like what the flow chart is. Underboss, consigliere, we already have, and then capos. So we need another name for underboss. I hate that. Synonym for underboss. Ooh,
Soto Capo.
Soto Capo?
Mm-hmm.
Look at you just coming in. All right, so we need a SOTAK or CAPO.
SOTTO
Okay. What were the other ones we said? I just want to make sure we hit all of these really quick. Consigliere we have, and then capos.
Capo regime is the person under the consigliere, and then you've got soldiers who are the everyday in and out.
We're just gonna put the 3 capos. I think we're going to use that to use Roberto Boulders, Petetrio Pebbles, and Silvio Slate, which all sound like people that work with Fred Flintstone.
Yes.
Which then also makes the Harvey Birdman episode where they portray the Flintstones as the Sopranos even better.
Oh God, that's a good one. Oh, I totally forgot about that one.
I mean, that was just very much a trope on the Flintstones. It's like, oh, yep, he hit his head, and now he thinks he's X.
All right. So what? We also need to name the 5 families. So we know one is the the Swindlestones. I'm gonna give this and this and this. The 5 families of the Vergir Nostra are the Swindlestones. We know that. Yeah. So who's the Soto Capo? We need to come up with a dwarf who works directly under Sophia.
Silvio Colehair.
Oh, goddamn, Colin.
That's good.
Who is Silvio Colehair? And all their Colehairs, one of the 5 families.
Yeah.
The first thing that comes to mind for me is like a skinny guy, like almost like with which should
Spike,
a like skinny, like I'm thinking about when I hear that name, what makes it evocative to me is like a short, like very sharp beard, like a very kind of looks like they don't care type of thing, like almost lazy, but they're just drinking everything in. They're very pragmatic.
Okay.
I immediately my mind went to like Silvio Dante from The Sopranos. So like could be very like thin, just always watching, like, you know, maybe kind of like Silvio had on The Sopranos, always had that like hunched kind of posture and stuff like that, but like in a way that they're like very kind of pensive in a way, like always like you get the feeling like they're ready to strike if necessary, kind of a deal. Hair slicked back with like grease, lard, anything. And I don't know. Do we give them like black as coal hair?
I think we give them like I picture them as being a little older, or maybe they dye their hair with coal.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Lard from what would be a very special animal to get their lard from? Maybe from a specific type, like from like leaf lard, like their family's known for hogs. Ooh, Rams is good though too.
Or maybe,
how about we call them from frond rams, which they raise.
Frond rams?
Or from rams, but they get frond fat from it.
Okay.
Like that's like the animal. The only reason I thought of pigs is because of leaf lard comes from hogs, and also you can feed your enemies to hogs.
Yes.
So I think we will go with hogs. So I like the idea of this guy having like big giant boar hogs, dire hogs even.
Yeah.
And just being like, well, we can do this in a way where you can tell us where this is, or otherwise you can go into the pen. Oh, I won't put you in the pen alone. I'll give you this sharpened stick. Perhaps you'll show me something. Perhaps you won't. Either way, that's your decision. Where did that come from?
I liked it.
Also, it gives us hogs.
Oh.
Okay, so this is yours, Colin. You have to tell me if it's good, if what you want. Pragmatic, older dwarf, very thin, with the hair slicked back, with lard from only the finest hogs and their leaf lard. He dyes his graying hair with coal powder that is crushed fresh daily. He's always watching and plotting. They have a very pulled up shoulder posture that gives them the body language of an animal ready to strike.
Yeah.
You okay with that? Sound good?
I am. And maybe another affectation is they have like either finely rolled like cigarettes or cigars that like it's always just dangling on their lip and something like that. Just like there's always like it's majority ash, like what's her face in The Shining in the beginning when her cigarette is like just mostly ash.
Shelley Duvall.
Yes.
Smoke finely hand crafted charrettes. Isn't that what they're called?
Oh yeah.
Gosh. No, it's not a charrette. Cheroot?
Yeah, Cheroot, yeah.
All that Google wants to tell me is about Charlotte.
Charlotte Flair.
No, thank God, no. What happened to her?
I have no idea.
Like, for real. Like, she has so significantly changed her opinion that she's almost unrecognizable.
Yeah, I was just watching that thing with her and Tiffany Stratton, and that was just, cringy.
Yeah, I read that they went heavily off of
Big time.
off script, and that that some things were said that maybe not were maybe not okay to say to one another.
Yep. And I don't know, like, it also just like neither one of them came off good with that, but like Charlotte somehow even like came off like the weakest in it, and it was just like, Jesus. It sucks because I used to fucking love her.
I mean, I think it's hard to argue her ability in the ring.
Oh yeah, no, still fantastic in the ring, but
I think
just like,
she is also can be extremely good on the microphone. But I think it's also hard when you live completely in the shadow of a father who is, while their in-ring career is excellent, they are a shitty human.
Yeah. I think she's kind of straying into Rick territory as well. It's just,
and you know, it's, what are you gonna do? I mean, I feel bad, but at the same time, it's like you choose to do these things, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I don't know much about Tiffany Stratton, but I know the whole like yelling out about her boyfriend being in her DMs is pretty shitty, especially when that's not true.
But then, because he even did a rebuttal on like Twitter or whatever, and it was just like,
that's a coworker. That's a coworker. Like, I can see if you go to that person beforehand when you're trying to plot out your thing and go, "Hey, is this off limits, or are we good?"
Well, and a lot of that stuff is really tough now anyway, just because kayfabe is so broken.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just, I think you have to have those conversations ahead of time, or you do end up with like things like, Adam Page and Punk, where someone blindsides you with some shit you didn't know where it's going to be said, and you go into business for yourself, and then you're like, you feel like I'm doing this justified, or this is just me, being edgy, and it's like, no, you're being a shitty coworker is what you're being.
Yeah.
Because you can go after each other in a way where both are very aware of it, and both are like, okay, I'm fine with this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Punk and McIntyre did a really good job of that. I feel like Punk and Rollins, of Jesus Christ, they've said some stuff where I'm like, God damn, you sure you want to say this on TV? Like, hey, Becky, come get your man. Because, I mean, she apparently was so pissed off about that, she tweeted some stuff that she had to take down.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Because she didn't know about it. But they both said publicly afterwards, that was something we said we both agreed was fine.
Yeah.
That was within the bounds of what we were okay with. So
because they're professionals.
Yeah, it's all about putting asses in seats. It's not. Yeah, I don't understand why you would want to take advantage of somebody either physically or verbally in a way that hurts. Your job is you need this person to make you look good.
Yeah.
I don't think that's difficult to understand.
And I think with Flair and Stratton, I feel like the impetus kind of, at least more so than anything, kind of went with Stratton, as like I feel she was so on the defensive with her last like kind of interview she did with that like side by side thing that she did with Charlotte, where Charlotte was just like completely dominating her and really not giving her.
That's something apparently that was talked about. Like, I just read about it afterwards. Was like how she got destroyed in that first promo, and people were like, "Hey, Charlotte, like you need her to feel like a credible threat to make you look good."
Yeah.
And you didn't even let her talk.
Yep.
Like that's not what these segments are. And I have a feeling someone backstage told Tiffany, "Don't let that shit happen again."
Yeah, so she just came in locked and loaded with some seriously personal shit that just knocked Charlotte like off balance and didn't make either one of them look good.
No, I had just watched it and I was like, "Goddamn, Charlotte, you're the veteran here.
Yeah.
That's what you want." Oh, Sweet Damp is good.
Ooh.
God damn, Sweet Damp is great.
That is good.
Is that going to be for one of our characters or that's going to be one of the families? I almost feel like that should be a character.
Sweet Damp could be the dim-witted kid who follows Silvio Colhair around and lights his cigarettes for him, his cheroots for him.
What should Sweet Damp's first name be?
Baby Billy.
Billy Sweet Damp?
Billy Sweet Damp.
He doesn't even have his beard yet.
I like that. Spike, I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, shit. He's the son of one of Silvio's mistresses.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. So we need to name for the Zorn that is the consigliere. Consigliere. Consigliere.
Let's see here.
Ooh, there's a Zorn name generator.
Oh. I'm going to keep that in about Billy. I like that a lot. Billy is poisoning slowly. Poisoning Silvio with basalt in his cheroots for disrespecting his mother. Okay, that's awesome. Holy shit, that's really cool. Kudos to you guys. That's fucking great. Brimstone Zorvath?
The one I came up with the name generator is Drazhul Earthmantle.
I like Drazgul a lot.
Yeah.
I like. What do we think about Drazgul Brimstone?
Yeah. Zorns. Yeah.
That work? Or what about Brownstone?
Makes me think of
Walking with Mr. Brownstone.
Yep.
You alone.
You gotta do it in the voice though.
Mr. Brownstone.
And the Brownstone.
Look, he gets up around 11. Used to get up around 9.
Ooh, or the last name. I also like the last name Voidbinder a lot.
You don't worry about nothing because nothing ain't worth his time. Yes, Super Spike.
Karathor, the Buried Glimmer is also
That is the Zorn.
These are really good names. Ooh, Korath Grit Shaper.
Oh yeah.
That's some barbarian ass naming right there.
Yeah.
Malik Thor Gemrot.
Ooh,
That's
Gemrot.
the name, yeah. Drazgul Gemrot. Because you could put Gemrot, like what you've created, but we're going to put rot as in R-O-T. That's good. Yes. You Super Spike, did you think I met Zorn like the X-Men character? You're like, how the fuck did this X-Men guy get in D&D?
Why not?
It should be.
I do love me some Zorn.
I had a great look.
Yeah.
Very Jason X.
That should have been on your list for Friday.
If it's on Tubi, we can do it. I'll look.
I think we're good for today. I think we've done a lot. If nothing else, maybe we eventually just turn this into like a thing, maybe like a setting thing.
Feldspar's a really good name. Yeah. Isn't that Fool's Gold?
Oh,
I don't know if Feldspar is, but I'm not sure. I'm no geologist. I know
That should be someone's line in this. Hey, I ain't no geologist.
I ain't no geologist. Do I look like you a geologist?
You think I'm some sort of geologist or something?
Geologist? What do you call me? A geologist?
Oh, wait. You just call me a geologist? My mother was a geologist.
Your mother was a geologist? Okay, let's try to figure out three more. Maybe we could. How I want to use feldspar because it's just a crystal. What are three more names for our families, and then we're gonna call it. Oh, Igneous Ignatius is pretty good.
Ooh.
That shit sounds like a dwarven like reporter. Like there's an episode of Venture Brothers with Captain Sunshine where all of his team are all members of the Channel 5 news team.
Ignatius sounds to me like the promising young singer that is now managed by one of the family heads, you know.
He's basically your whatchamacallit?
Sinatra type. Yeah. Or Victimone or whatever. I was reading a thing.
Victimone.
They're like, Yeah, Vic was managed by so and so who ran an olive oil store in New Jersey. It's like, oh, yeah. I wonder what business he's in.
Hey, I'm just in imports and exports.
Yeah.
Iron Thane?
Oh, goddamn, Iron Thing is awesome.
Let's see here.
So we got Swindlestones, Coal Hairs, Iron Thanes.
Your mom builds with cement.
Mm.
That would be a horrible insult. Your mom builds with cement.
Mm. Let's see.
Pig Iron. Ooh.
I was
Stone.
looking at mineral types here. Frank Dixonite. All right.
Gem Forged? Gem Forge? I don't like it.
Flintbrow?
Flintbrow's really good. Goddamn. Colin out here crushing it today.
Oh, there is a type of rock called dolomite.
Yes.
We could have the dolomites.
There's a lot of these here where it's just like somebody's name and then "ite" at the end. Jim Thompsonite.
Ooh.
Stone Mantle.
Huh?
Stone Lure, also not great. Nothing's hitting me like a Grit Bound. I like Grit Bound a lot.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like your dudes who are going to do the dirty work.
Well, and I like that too because you could have somebody who's like, no, we want to be better than that. Like, sick of being the.
I think Grit Bound. For some reason, that really hits me. And like. All right, cool. I think we're.
And grip rounds.
We feel good about this?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
It's coming along very nicely.
Ooh, Silicious.
Ooh, that's a good name. I like both those names.
Yeah. That should be a first name of someone.
Yeah. I like both those names. Sound like good first names.
Yeah.
All right. Where can people find you two lovely boys? Oh, damn. Let's just look up and there's all kinds of stuff.
You can find me doing Star Wars. Are we doing this Monday, tomorrow?
No, it's second Monday of the month.
Okay. Star Wars. This coming Friday, we're doing a Spook Troop watch along. It's part of our what I'm calling To Be Fright Nights.
Ooh.
You can also find me doing prep school.
You should call it To Be Cheap Scares.
Tubi cheap scares.
Because it's free.
It is free. You just got to sit through ads. Following weeks from Spoop Troops, we should always be doing Mang on Mang, usually on a Tuesday. I'm gonna try to jump into the next Chaos Scar. Otherwise, you can find me on Blue Sky, Creepin' Colin, and on Xbox, and also what's that one thing?
Steam.
Yeah, I always forget that. As Creepin' Colin as well. And yeah, that's where I be, peoples. Also, if you want to hit me up on Snapchat, go for it.
What are they hitting you up for?
Here most Sundays when we're doing it.
Cooking content.
You can find me on the Dave Wonder channel every other Tuesday. Not this coming Tuesday, but the one after. I think I should be on the schedule for, barring anything unexpected or that I have forgotten about. And yeah, you can find me on Blue Sky, hypnohusker.bsky.social, and that's about it for me on the social media at this point. But I'm sure that'll change in the future. And then Benjamin, do you have any interest or use for this Molar overlay?
Hold on. No, what? No, what? Let me stop sharing my screen. Yeah, I'll use it. I'll just take that tooth off.
All right, cool. I'll add to the pile.
Yeah, I'm
I need to take some material out of it to get it to fit better, but it works.
It looked like it fit okay there.
It's a little it's a little open on the side. You have to kind of push it. But I think glue would probably take care of it, but I think you'd probably, if you just take some material out of it, it'd probably be fine. Anyway.
Look at this little porn stash I got going on here. I'm 13.
It's not a porn stash, it's a print stash.
Print stash, yeah.
Better or worse than a porn stash.
In the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
I'm your King Ginger. You can find me on Blue Sky. I just posted on there this morning, and I already don't remember what my Blue Sky is. I am kingginger.bsky.social, or you can just look up Nub Robbins, Boston Engineer. Because for some reason I did that to myself.
You can change that.
I know, but I love it too much to change it.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to think I don't think there's anything going on next week, except for cheap. What do we just call it? Colin, I just made a thing up.
Tubi cheap scares?
Cheap scares, yeah. I almost said cheap seats, and I was like, that was a thing that I like.
Yeah.
Oh, the Sklars. But you ever watch Cheap Seats? Go seek it out. It was a fun show.
Mm-hmm.
Mystery Science Theater by the Sklars about ESPN, which was because they watched some fucked up stuff. I would be willing to do that next week. I am going to spend my time with my wife today once she arises from the grave.
Rise from your grave.
It's not noon yet.
Say, watch out. Keep those orbs away from her.
Yes.
She's gonna start flying across the room.
But I would like to do that next week. We didn't spend any time together this week, and yesterday we had people over all day to board game. So
yeah, get some quality time in.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think I can't remember if it's on Pluto or Tubi, but Danny and I are going to watch Top Secret today.
Nice, good show.
In tribute to Mr. Kilmer.
Yeah.
Dude, if you're gonna do that, just watch Island of Dr. Moreau.
I mean, we've seen that too, but
has she never seen Top Secret?
I've never seen Top Secret.
What? Oh, dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it.
It's hilarious.
Well, I know a little German.
Yeah.
It's a really nice beaver you have up there. Thank you. I just got stuff.
Yeah.
We'll have
Oh
to
man,
figure out a time to do a bad at games next week since we have.
for sure.
And then the week after that, or then after that, we have prep school in a week, and then we have Star Wars that Monday, and then the Monday after, then the next day, that prep school, and then Chaos Scar, and then we're gonna try to get in. I don't know if we're gonna do it live or if we're gonna record it, and that would be DC Showcase.
DC,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And it's already what was it? The series is going to be called Time in the World Enough instead of World in the Time Enough and Time Enough. And it's going to be who is killing Vandal Savage. So other than that, yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out and all your great ideas today. Good Lord, all y'all.
I did enjoy the that they I don't know if it's free existing or not. Maybe it is, but if it's not, it's brilliant. But Steve or Al Ewing tying like Java from Metamorpho and
Vandal Savage together.
Cavemen and
That's really brilliant. But I mean, again, it's someone who knows. That's why when people are freaking out about Mary Jane being Venom, I'm just like, let Al Ewing cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I agree. Like, you know, I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna let it ride. But in terms of an editorial decision, I don't think it was the right move. Just because Gwen, well, I mean Spider-Gwen, and Liz Allen both have symbiotes now. So, like, are we gonna give Betty Brant one? Like, just give all of Spidey's exes symbiotes? But anyway.
also, I think too, if you're going to do that, you need to somehow tie it back into Peter. Like maybe there's something about like Venom being attached to him caused.
I think they'll get into that.
Then like to kind of be driven towards people who had an affection for Peter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they'll. I mean, Al is on the ball enough to do that. So
Yeah, I trust. I mean, that's the thing. In Al Ewing, I trust. He has yet
Sure.
to write
Yep.
something I did not enjoy. So, that's the thing. One of the comic YouTube folks that I actually like their opinions, they were like, "Listen, if you don't like it, don't buy it."
that's really all there is to it.
Dan Slott has said that repeatedly. Like, if you don't like something I'm doing, vote with your dollar. Don't buy my book. You don't want me on that book anymore? Don't buy it. That's as easy as it is. They don't care about editorial cares, but the powers that be who make those decisions care more about money. So
Yes.
if my book isn't making money, I go away. I go away first, and then if the book doesn't make money after that, the book goes away. That's how it is. Vote with your dollar.
Yep.
And I was like, damn, that's a really good way to look at it. Like,
Yeah.
Especially in a world where everyone can have an opinion in 2 seconds and post it on a number of different sites as if it's law. As if it's ape law. So, I mean, I have opinions. Doesn't mean they're anything more than opinions.
Exactly.
I try to say that, you know, I have opinions about things, but it doesn't mean they're good opinions. It just means they're I like weird shit that no one should like.
Wow.
I loved, what was it? What did we watch? Cannibal Grannies?
Rabid Grannies.
Rabid Grannies? I loved that.
That was fun.
Not any well redeemable or good. Super enjoyable. In a world where grannies turn rabid. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for giving us your feedback. Thank you for giving us your ideas. Thank you for just being good pals. I will try to get another Impulse started today. We haven't done
are Shaggy.
We haven't done one for Chaos Scar yet, so I think that'll probably be the one we start.
Nice.
Yeah, other than that, bombs to you and to your friends and family. Have a good Sunday and make Make your Monday the best you can.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.